Hey Maya, I'm definitely sorry about sleeping through our lesson tonight, but I did want to make sure that you had some content to review with. So I am going to kind of give you a little differences between the preterite and the imperfect. And Freckles has come to join us. And I will also give you some examples. So first, what are the differences? I'm gonna move this little guy here to up. Well, okay. So what are the differences? We have past completed action. The emphasis here is on completed. This means that there is an identifiable beginning and end to this action. That could be that I went to the movies last night, or I went on vacation last year, or I lived there for 3 years. We know when it started and ended. Okay. Imperfect is ongoing action in the past. Ongoing action in the past. And the general rule for the imperfect is we can't really identify when it started and ended. For example, I used to read 5 books every summer. Well, I did that for some number of summers. I don't know how many. I can't tell you that it started on June 14th, 2005, and it ended on August 16th, 2010. There's no identifiable beginning and end. At some point, I started reading some books. At some point, it ended. I don't really know. This is our used to. So, um, the main difference is that preterite is completed. Oh, that's cool. It changes the whole color. And that imperfect, there's not a definition. It was ongoing. We can't really tell when it started or ended. Okay. That's the general rule. Now I'm going to open up another screen and show you a list that we already went through, but just to make sure that you understood. So, if you remember, I told you when you worry about the imperfect, just remember that we aced the imperfect. Okay, because we aced the is going to tell us the situations in which we will use the imperfect. So we will start here with our acronym. We aced scroll down a little bit. The. Okay, we aced the. These are the specific past tense situations. The specific past tense situations. Why did I not spell that word? Specific past tense situations that we know we will use the imperfect. That's what these are. Can I resize the box? Oh, fancy. I'm learning this whiteboard.chat for the first time while I'm recording this lesson for you. So, all right, we aced the. We'll go down what each of them mean, and then we will do an example of each. Okay? So my video is always dark. Okay. So it's not me and HC, it is the board. So W. W is for weather. It got cold this week. I don't really know when that started, right? It's been snowing really bad the last few winters. When does that start? When does that end? Okay. That is why. Emotion. Think about this. You get angry, you get upset. Generally, that's not something that's going to stick with you like, hey, I'm mad. Hey, I'm good again. Right? That is something that's going to last over a period of time. So, sorry. That is another use of the imperfect. A is going to be, what is my A? A is age. I am 35 right now. I'm getting old. That doesn't mean that I'm 35, now I'm 36, now I'm 37, right? Age lasts for a period of time. Technically, do we know specifically when that begin and ends? Yeah. But age is a thing that lasts for a period of time. Then we have characteristics. Big old word. How someone was. She was a funny little girl. That happened over a period of time. Ooh, pardon me. Okay. Everyday activities. That's the example. Last year, I went to Starbucks every Friday to do grading. Okay. Some point that started, some point that stopped. It happened over a period of time. Boom. D is description. We kind of needed another word for the acronym, but characteristics and description are a little bit different in that here we're looking at people and here we're looking at like places, events. Okay. Then, of course, time and health and enduring action, which we will explain that in a moment. Okay. So, I'll make a separate screen for each one. Let's start with weather. Pick another new color. Weather in the past is imperfect. It was raining all day yesterday. Type, sorry. It was raining all day yesterday. Let's do a couple more. It was, oops. The weather was nice uh, last month. Okay. And then, let's see, every year it rained on my birthday. Not a true story. So, um, if I want to say it was raining all day yesterday, well, that is in the past, but it's not a one time action. It rained for a while. So I'm just going to adjust my sitting position here. It rained for a while. Think of when I say it rains, was it one drop? No. Okay. It rained for a while. That's going to be the imperfect. The weather was nice last month. Okay, maybe we could say it was for the last 31 days, but that's a period of time. Okay, imperfect. Every year it rained on my birthday. Imperfect. I'm going to make a slide with examples for each section, and then I'll go over conjugating the imperfect, and then we'll switch to preterite. So our second E, let's do this one this color, is emotion. Emotion in the past. I felt really bad when I missed Maya's lesson. Sorry. So this is a feeling that I had for more than 1 second, right? I woke up, I saw mom's text, I got upset. I texted her a bunch of times saying, I'm sorry. You guys left for soccer, right? I felt really bad when I missed Maya's lesson. This is also an example of when we will see the imperfect. I felt really bad ongoing. When I missed, that's one time, it's over. Okay. She was really sad when no one came to her party. Again, this is an example of the preterite and the imperfect together. And I'll do one more. It was a bad day yesterday. Okay. Emotion happens for more than a pop in time. Next, we have age. Age, of course, is something that lasts over a period of time. Purple. Age. And with age, we're going to use, we always use tener with age. So here it's going to be tenía. That's like, I had this many years. And it's often going to be used in situations where we are telling our age when something happened, right? It could be, I was 10 years old when I broke my arm, right? So that is age and then the preterite together. And we will talk about that once we combine the two. Characteristics. Our next part of We Aced Thee is think of how you are now and how you were 5 years ago. Okay. Um, it's a description of something in the past. But remember that that thing in the past was that way for a while. For example, we could say a sentence like, um, as a little boy, he was very short. He may be tall now. We don't know how long that shortness lasted. Okay. Um, as when she was in high school, she was very athletic. Maybe she's not anymore. Maybe she's not into sports anymore. But for that period of time, she was very athletic. Okay. Next, everyday activities. Every day I picked a color. There we go. Every day I went to the gym. Imagine you're coming back to school and your friend says, "Hey, what'd you do this summer?" Well, every day I went to the gym. Every Friday I went to the movies with my friends. I spent the weekends at the beach, right? This was something you did over and over again over the summer, right? In the past, but it's done now. Oh, it's not going to let me. Okay, fine. So every day you're describing your summer. Summer's over, it's gone, but this is what you did every day. Description. Description is referring to places and events. Okay. So description places, events. So you had a tutoring session and it was just dragging on, right? That tutoring session was so long. You're not going to use fue or estuve because it wasn't, but you're saying it was so long. That ongoing hour was ongoing, right? Um, let's see. That house used to be so pretty. It was a nice looking house. Maybe it's not anymore. Something happened, right? But that house used to be so pretty. Let me see. Um Trying to think of another example. The school I went to was old and falling down. Okay. It was old It was falling down. Maybe they've redone the school. Maybe you just don't go there anymore. Okay. Um, okay. So, that's our description. We aced. Now we need the time is always ongoing. We know that. Okay. Time. Remember when we're saying time in the present tense, we say something like son las, um, son las 9, right? It's 9 o'clock. Es la una, it's 1 o'clock. When we're doing that in the past, we use the imperfect. And again, it's usually another situation that we use the preterite with in the same sentence as well. It was 3 a.m. when preterite event, when something happened, right? Um, yeah, time, pretty easy. Health. Health is kind of like the way we talked about emotion. It's something that is, unfortunately, when you get sick, it's not for an instant, it keeps going and going and going. So, I was sick all last week. Uh, she had the flu for a whole month. Not going to use the nasty C word. Um, Health. And then finally, the last one is enduring action. And that means two things happening at once. Bloop. So, Maya was practicing soccer while Amanda was recording a lesson. Okay, so this is saying that, come on, let me stretch it. This is saying that both of these actions are over, right? Your practice is over. This lesson will be over soon, but you were practicing soccer, ongoing action, while I was writing the lesson. Both happened at the same time. Okay. So, today's focus was when we use each situation. I'm going to try to see how fast it lets me click back. Not very. So, going to the beginning, preterite, past completed action, we can identify when it started, when it ended. You started practice at 8 o'clock, it ended at 9. Ugh, right? But ongoing action in the past, emotion, we can't really identify when emotion started or stopped. Um, Time, certainly, we can't show when it started or stopped. Health, we don't know when I really started getting sick, things like that. So, one of those ongoing actions was weather. Obviously, weather happens for a period of time. Emotion, like I said, happens for a period of time. Age, which we usually use tenía. Yo tenía 8 años cuando. I was 8 years old when. Preterite. Whoops. Did I skip one? Nope. Characteristics. Description of something in the past. That thing in the past was that way for a while. As a little boy, he was very short. He may not be anymore. We don't know how long he was short. Okay. Everyday activities. Imagine this is you're telling your friend about your summer. Every day I did this. Every Friday I did this. Every weekend I did this. It's done, but it was ongoing. Descriptions of places and events. That house used to be so pretty, right? Maybe it's falling down now. The school I went to was all old and falling down. Maybe they redid it now, but this is how it was when I was attending. Time time is always going to be used along with a preterite event generally. It was 8:28 p.m. when I finished the lesson, right? Um unless you ask a direct question, well, what time did she get home? Oh, it was eran las ocho, it was 8, but always going to be the imperfect, sometimes followed by a preterite event. Health, again, ongoing. I was sick all last week. She had the flu for a month. Um, when you feel it usually isn't just that second, it's ongoing. And finally, enduring action, 2 things at a time. Maya was practicing soccer while Amanda was recording a lesson. Hopefully, this was helpful. Then, if you get a chance to look at this, awesome. And tomorrow we can hop right in to conjugations and practice. So sorry again. Have a wonderful night.